Welcome to my new channel. I am Bodacious Dell, which means this channel is for all my fun things. If you're looking for the geeky music stuff, where I have albums and have done all this research on frequencies, then that link is in the description below. And on this channel, just like the other one, you're going to see lots of cats. And I have one who's attacking my hands right now. The goal of this channel is to do the fun things, show you simple things to make life easier, especially if you're on a budget, and just trying to make life simpler and more fun. I've always believed that even in tough times, you can still find something good that helps you keep a perspective that doesn't allow you to go down that negative Nancy rabbit hole, which I've done. So I'm speaking out of experience. Um, so this includes creative building projects. I run into a problem like, how am I going to solve this? And because I'm a creative, I come up with a variety of creative ways of dealing with things. And my friends look at me and they're like, where in the heck did you pull that idea out of? Well, the more you practice something, the more creative you become. And it's like anything else. If we put effort into what we're doing, then it's going to be easier. And I grew up already cooking and taking care of family things when I was 9 years old. And it doesn't seem like that is as much of a thing anymore. But, a lot of people, well, that's horrible. I'm like, no, I learned some things from it. And it, in a lot of ways, framed how I do things now. I mean, I don't look at any trauma that I've ever had as anything that's held me back. It only held me back when I decided that I wanted it to, which I did do that at one point in my life. But I have decided to go beyond that. Trauma is trauma, and you can get yourself out of it. It will take practice and time. But anyway, right now we all know that things are tight, and so what I've been doing is creatively coming up with ways to make my food budget stretch. And if you're a single person like I am, or there's just you and a spouse, even with 3 people in the household, one of the things that I do is I will take 2 or 3 days a month and I will buy a whole bunch of groceries. I'll make a big, huge 15, well, I think there's 16, either 12 or 16 servings, depending on how I cut it, in a gigantuan sized pan of meatloaf. Or I'll do the same thing with some sort of other casserole. I made a Mexican casserole. I made a taco casserole. And I looked them all up online, find the ones that are the best. There's wonderful YouTube videos out there that teach you how to cook and give you these creative recipes. And of course, to me, a recipe is just a starting point, and then I tweak it. I only use natural ingredients. I don't use anything with chemicals, just because I've seen what they do and they caused me issues. So I pretty much eat clean. But one of the things, and I have this cute little, the whole trout and nothing but the trout. So help me God, a little list that someone gave me. And what I do is this is my dessert list. I made a mocha cake, and I wrote that I made 10 pieces of it. And every time I take a piece out of the freezer, I cross it off. So now I know I have 6 pieces of that cake individually wrapped in the freezer. And then I have 3 brownies that I had some leftover frosting from that cake. I'm like, what can I do? Oh, let's make some brownies. And I made the brownies from scratch. I do not use mixes for anything. I make my own bread. And if you coordinate, then you're not having to cook every day of the week. And sometimes I'm sitting on my computer 8, 9, 10 hours researching and creating things, and I don't have time to stop and go take 2 hours to cook a meal. And I've also found that doing it this way saves me a couple $300 a month in groceries. So even if you have a family, and I've seen other people online, they will cook for a whole month for their family and stick it in a freezer, but they have a lot more freezers than I do. And hey, family, what do you want to eat today? Let's pull this out. And I pretty much do the same thing. And then if I have a sudden visitor, which I do pretty regularly, I'm like, dude, I don't have any food in the house. So I go pull something out of the freezer and we look at my refrigerator and like, what on this list would you like to eat? Throw it in the air fryer. I won't use the microwave. Air fryers are the bomb.com, as I say. And it just makes life so much easier. So that's one of the tidbits. And as you're seeing, two of the cats are playing chase. It's kitty spaz out time. Anyway, there's my first tip for my first video. And I will show you some other things. And I may go over some of my older projects. And he needs to get off the mirror and show you those as well. But this is the introduction video to this channel. And if you like hearing interesting things that you might not have heard someplace else and want to have a little bit of fun with life doing something slightly different, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. Again, if you want all the geeky music stuff, go to the Healing Frequencies music channel. And since one just jumped on my lap, this is Mimic. Yes, he's the new kitten in the house and he's quite the spaz. You want to say hi, Mimic? You go see us. And I'm not the crazy cat lady. Okay, we will see you in the next video.